Hi, my name is Chase Sanu, and welcome into Sermon in Small Bites. We just wrapped up week 2 of practicing the ways of Jesus. In week 1, we talked about being in the presence of Jesus. In this past week, we talked about becoming like Jesus. And as you sit in his presence, he expects transformation in our lives. We talked about how, in this world, we move at such a fast pace. We don't know if we are going in the right direction, if we're turning left, if we're turning right. But as you become like Jesus, you can be assured that you're going in the right direction. We talked about not just learning about him, but becoming like him. We looked at 2 contrasting stories in Matthew 19 and Luke 19. In Matthew 19, talking about the rich young man and how he lived an impressive life. He followed the commands, but he was looking for where he could stop rather than how he could continue to become more like Jesus. And then we took a look at Luke 19, talked about Zacchaeus and how he didn't live a great life, but he was willing to change. He was willing to pay back the people that he wronged, and how in that way he was willing to make the big change and the transformation in his life. We talked about how as Christians we shouldn't simply live for forgiveness, but that we should want to go the extra mile to live like Jesus did. And how, yes, the quote that talks about how Christians aren't perfect, just forgiven. It could be true that we're not perfect and we are forgiven, but our Christianity is so much more than just being forgiven. We then looked at 2 Peter 1 and how we need to add to our faith and to our character. And it talked about how if we simply know Jesus or have knowledge of Jesus, but we don't add the practices, then we'll be ineffective and unproductive in that knowledge. And so as you go about your week this week, think about how you can become more like Jesus. As you sit in his presence, as you follow the practice from week 1, are you becoming more like him? And we closed with a practice. We talked about how we can sit in silence and solitude for at least 30 minutes and we can journal. Talk about something that you need to change in your life or that you need to start doing to become more like Jesus. Maybe it was a sin that you're stuck in, or forgiving someone that you're holding a grudge against, or going after something that God is calling you to. But what is it? Journal about that. Think about the contrasting stories. Are you looking for where you can stop, or are you looking for where you can continue to become more like Jesus? So I hope that this helps you. If you want to see the full sermon, the link will be below. Thank you for joining Sermon in Small Bites. I really hope that this helps you in your week become more like Jesus, not just simply learn about him. And as you sit in his presence, you can transform your life.